Hey, Ollie Matthews here again from Body Catchers Performance Nutrition. I want to go over some more of the simple mistakes that I see people make. As I said before, from endurance athletes to fighters to physique guys to just the general public. Some of the things are going to be things that will resonate with you. Some of the things, as I said before, you may have to actually dig deep and think, is that me? And some of the things might not be you at all. But the first one here on this part is going to be eating fake health food. And what I mean by that is when you see certain things and it's like, oh, this is low fat. Yeah, okay, so how has that been filtered? What's been added into it? What different chemicals, what different sugar and other things has been added into it? Is it really a health food? Or is it just marketed as a health food? Is there such thing as a superfood? And is it going to help you at all? Or should it be a case of just following what worked, what wasn't broke, so you don't need to fix it? Going to extremes with diets. And what I mean with that is going to extreme with fats. So you're going balls to the wall, saying, I'm going to get these fats in my diet. I'm going to munch so many nuts. That sounds wrong. I'm going to chuck so much oil on my food. I'm going to have a bulletproof coffee, so I am absolutely bulletproof. No. You don't need to go to extremes with it. The same with carbs. You don't need to go extremely high carb, and you don't need to go low carb, you don't need to go keto. Getting a balance there, depending on your goals, is going to be what then decides what diet you should follow. Having carbs is going to be good. Having fats are going to be good. Now, you may actually prefer fats over carbs, but is that you preferring fats over carbs? Or is it what you've seen in the media? Because up here, you think that's going to work better. Do you actually prefer the taste of almonds over some real nice creamy mashed potato, over some chips, over some nice chocolate? Not many people would. And again, that leads on to the next one, fad diets. You see so many celebrities following these. And even celebrities going into Ironman events. Certain people doing a 70.3, followed this low carb diet. But what actual performance did they get? There was a celebrity last year that was really marketing keto, went and done a 70.3. I think it was actually Staffordshire 70.3. And he actually bonked. Wasn't ready for it. It could have been so many other things, not just the diet, but I would bet money on if he'd actually had some decent carbs in that through the training and his body was ready, regardless of whether he carb loaded before the event, after going keto for so long during training, the body wasn't going to react very well potentially, and that was why he didn't perform well. You have these fad diets, you potentially could limit your performance. No carbs, Atkins, high carb, no fat, intermittent fasting. So many different things are going to be buzzwords in the media. And is that going to be the best for your goals? Whether those goals are going to be to run a marathon, do an ultra, do an Ironman, do an Olympic distance triathlon, do a massive cycling ride. There was people that I've spoke to that have actually been on the Tour de France, seeing people doing keto diets because they were a fad and their performance just went completely downhill. And the last thing that I'm going to go for is a big thing that I see people who work in an office environment along with athletes, especially when it comes to certain times of the year, Easter, Christmas time, even when at barbecues and things like that in the summertime, eating sweets to be sweet and to be cool with your friends. It is okay to say no. If you've got goals and you actually don't want them, you don't have to be pressured into being in that office meeting and there's a biscuit in front of you. You don't have to have it. Come on, we're adults. You wouldn't go and eat like a child and where the child wants to grab everything in the sweet shop. You're not going to walk past that counter in the supermarket and be like, Mummy, can I have this? 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 You're an adult. So we eat like adults and be mindful. you can say no. You can say no to having sweets. It is okay. People might then say again, do you want a biscuit? No, you're all right. You sure you don't want a biscuit? No, you're all right. Eventually, they will accept it. Trust me.